Hey everybody, Ark Nova here.
Focus heal.
Getting back some more. Let's play Trails through Daybreak 2. Last we left off, we did some achievement cleanup. Couple more achievement cleanup things that I would like to try and do, but that's probably not going to happen. Can't work on that. We're working on that. Okay, so I want to work towards plugins. We can't get Pluto's Nova yet. We probably won't be grabbing this. 250 ambushes landed. Could work towards that. All dual arts used. 200 EX chains activated. Do more quick card damage. Okay, so should we do more cleanup and try and work towards some of these things even further, or should we continue on? I mean, we'll get them eventually.
I was about to say, I assume you get a lot of these naturally.
Yeah. Man, I do really want this one though.
I mean, we can do that because we just go to the garden for that, right?
Yeah, but it'll take so long to just do it like that. Especially since I don't typically ambush enemies with the shards.
Yeah, I know you don't. Oh, I know.
Alright, anyway.
Initializing planner mode.
Call it a day. We'll get more. We're about half-ish the way through the game. And share what they learn with the others while on break. So, in other words, we have yet to find any leads, surefire or not. Yeah, we went over this place with a fine-tooth comb. All that said, something about this place stinks. I just haven't sniffed out the source of the stench yet. It's definitely odd that our elusive owner invited us all here only to never show his face. Well, it's not like we're in any rush to meet him. I can't imagine he invited us here just to give us a relaxing vacation. Doubtful. He's definitely hatching a plot, and nothing good ever comes from that. Then it's all the more reason to stay on the alert. I just want to let loose and shoot the shit, man. Is that too much to ask? It'd be a good idea to think about how we want to spend our time from tomorrow on. Oh, another airliner's coming in. I believe that's the last flight scheduled for today. Considering we're in the off-season right now, I doubt there are many passengers on board. Hold the phone. Is that who I think it is? That's one of Marduk's airships. No way. Wait a minute, look who's on the deck of that boat. They did designate this as Triple S. Kuragani of the Ikaduka. Princess, how dare you escape?
Everything work out okay?
Yes, but you escaped.
Yes. I've already made contact with our main unit. Also, I have a message from the matron.
Don't run off again. Oh shit.
Why in hell's name would he hole up here?
Perhaps this is merely a misdirection on his part.
Oh, the direwolf.
Cousin!
Even those Dominions tagged along. Didn't think we'd be running into each other again so soon. So you came, as I anticipated.
I
So,
assume you were drawn here because
kind of a weird death tournament game again?
Here because of the risk management AI's assessment. The general manager requested I fly to this island post-haste. I believe the others are here to assess the threat as well.
Sure as hell didn't expect to find you guys here.
The same goes for the vice captain. Who would have thought we'd be sitting shoulder to shoulder on the heels of that dreadful little squabble?
I have no quarrel with you at present. There's a time and a place for grudges.
That's our line, bucko.
Oh, so these are the people they were telling us about. Sounds like everyone has their own reasons for being here.
They're probably after the fragments or the island's owner. I'm surprised some of them would even dare to show their faces here, though.
Oh, shit! Damn Spriggan and his brats are here! The hell's going on?
Hey, Rosalie.
The chaos in Longport tapered off much sooner than I predicted.
Aww.
We have the Liu family to thank for that.
So, you bastard!
Oh, Aaron. No.
Neither words nor action can change what's past. Save your breath and spare us your misplaced ire.
I could take you.
Calm down. Don't let him get to you.
It looks like the prominent players have arrived.
Gathering us all here was likely part of the owner's plan.
Only Adios knows why, though. Unless those two know something we don't.
Hell no. There ain't a man in all of Simuria who knows what goes on in that crazy bastard's head.
However, he did say you would likely be here. At least now we can finally settle matters between us.
We'll just see how things play out. Either way, this will make for quite the interesting little vacation.
Afterwards, the courtesy car drivers took the newest arrivals back to the villa. However, there were now more guests than there were rooms. After talking things over with the manager, Catra agreed to room with Esmeralda, and Judith shared a room with Nina. Oh no. Phew, that sure was a hassle, but I think we finally got it all sorted out. Still, can't believe we had that many people show up all at once. Just what the hell is that nut job up to? What's up? Guess mulling over it now won't really solve anything. If he's gonna make a move, he'll do it tomorrow. We can work out what our next play is in the morning. Something definitely smells off, though. Maybe I should take another look around the island before hitting the sack. No, the sack. Villa Lavandula.
What's next?
So I'll do that one. Won't really do that one. And don't really care to do that. But I have two I have to use. I have to pick one of those fucking two. Yay, Connectivos. That's just the chef, the head chef. We're offering a cocktail making workshop here as a nighttime activity. This is your chance to create your own original drink. Why not invite somebody to join you? Who do I invite? Our underage members can get their drinks non-alcoholic, so anybody's fair game. The workshop requires the participants create an original cocktail using ingredients they've gathered themselves. We have all the basic components here, but you'll need to provide an extra layer of both the flavor and presentation. Nemeth is flush with vegetation, so harvest any two you like. And bring them back here. Cocktails made for ourselves, by ourselves, using our own hand-picked ingredients. How positively charming. It doubles as a nighttime stroll around the island, too. These luxury villas really know how to craft an experience. You'll have to keep in the spirit and act as my gallant escort, then. Hello, dude. So, I think we're probably only going to do this once, because this seems like it'll be a pain in the ass.
So that's where it was.
Sea salt by the sea?
No.
Yeah, we're only doing this once. Not that great either. It's so fucking tedious, dude. And there's still... I would imagine that counts as an ambush.
Wouldn't have set it up.
I don't know. Let's find out. Nope, it counts. Okay. So yeah, it's just getting the first. It's just getting the landing the first hit with shards after you trigger from a stunned enemy. Right. The Crimson Glory Vine. Help the chef back at the bar. The paramedics complete the original cocktails.
Ooh, that's the stuff.
My, that was quite good. A pity that it's non-alcoholic, however.
Hey, sure, but the flavor draws you in so much that you barely even notice that. Who knew you were such a mixologist? I pushed myself to create something that would appeal to an adult palate. It's good to know the effort paid off. I call it the Noble Chaton. My vision was a cocktail that reflected the flair of an elegant and mature vacation. Well, being a grown-up comes with a whole bundle of strings attached. There's only a handful or so of us going about things elegantly. The word certainly couldn't describe the crude, mulish way you live your life. Still, I do hold the fondness for it. Gee, thanks. For the record, I can be just as elegant as the next guy when I'm in vacation mode. Oh, in that case, how about joining me for one more round? You're on. And so, Van and his companion indulged in a short spell of the evening refinement, sipping the cocktails all the while. Alright, whose cocktail do you want to see now? Blah, 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 blah. Nothing doing. Does it look like sick room to you? Just do me a favor and pick something normal. What were you going to pick? Can we use Beast Essence and Monster Hearts? Of course we'd have to... She's in vacay mode. Look at her. I think half her pants, though. But I guess that's okay. I only need the one pant leg.
You will survive.
Oh, I won't, because you sent my light to my grandparents' house. Which means... probably sent my pillow to my grandparents' house.
I did.
You are a bitch.
I'm sorry. To be fair, the pillow won't get there for a while.
What do you mean for a while? It's a pillow.
Yeah.
It weighs like nothing.
Yeah, but they said it won't get there for a while.
Define a while.
Sometime in March.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably because of where it's at.
Where is it at?
Good work, guys. We all in one piece?
No, Van, I am not in one piece. Zoro's not even in one piece. Where
It just says it'll arrive between March 6th.
That's so fucking useless. From where?
It doesn't tell me where.
What do you mean it doesn't? Amazon has to tell you where.
It doesn't tell me where.
This is a lair drink I'm calling Snow, Moon, and Flowers. Not too shabby if I do say so myself. It just looks like Ren's drink, but with a flower instead. Top part's the snow, the bottom part's the moon, and the garnish on top is a single flower. Pretty artsy of you. Hey, a drink like this is just begging for a certain level of refinement. Tossing things on all willy-nilly would be no better than picking a fight at random. Not too convincing coming from someone who brawls first and asks questions later. True, but I choose my opponents carefully. You're always on the list of candidates, though, Van. Don't suppose you can withdraw my nomination for the rest of eternity, ideally. Every battle is a once-in-a-lifetime event. I like to think of each one as something worth treasuring. Just like this cocktail. I think I follow. You'll never experience the exact same flavor twice. I'm gonna have to keep that in mind while it's going down.
So, this is a special blend you can't get anywhere else. Well, it sure is good.
Yeah, it sure is good. Short cocktails and tales of cock. Shut up. The tales of cock. You meant to say Nadia, right?
No.
Yeah, you did. Random fact, but did you know there's a bunch of toxic plants on this island? Why would you bring that up now of all times? I'm also good at slipping poison to people's cups without them noticing. Don't even think about it. Oh, I'm just joshing ya. Oh? You're not. Wow, man.
Let's use this one.
You're also gonna use the Crimson Glory hole? God dang, Nadia, what's your problem?
Oh, it's both sweet and sour. I like it.
I also like it, but it looks the exact same as everything we've just been drinking. It's cute on the surface and sweet at the first sip, but with a tangy aftertaste waiting to ambush you. It got me hook, line, and sinker. That just means my premium pinky float worked. It worked its magic, though, right? Yeah, I can see myself growing attached to this, which about sums you up in a nutshell. Score, not even Van is immune to my charms. All it needs now is a few drops of love potion, and S will be mine, mine, mine. A few drops of what now? I'm only fooling. My feelings are 100% organic with no artificial flavoring. Alright, you've got my blessing. Yeah, they all just look the freaking same. Oh, there's another set. Whose room is this? I'm pretty sure this is Walter and Townsend's room. Feel kind of bad that Townsend has to share a room with that guy. Wait, I hear voices, and is someone crying? Why? Why me? My horrible luck finally makes sense. It's all because I've been cursed. It's gotta be Townsend. Sounds like he's not in the best mood either. Maybe I should pop in real quick and check on him. Or, here's a thought. Don't. Hey there, sorry for barging in. The Spriggan, what are you doing here? Oh, nothing. Just thought I heard somebody blubbering their eyes out and I figured I should look into it. Rooming with Walter's that bad, huh? Yeah, I wasn't blubbering. Do I look like the blubbering type to you? Yes. And while I certainly am not pleased to share a space with that brute, there are far more concerning matters on my plate at the moment. Okay then, lay it on me. What's the problem? There's this reporter named Marielle. You know, the one who was taking pictures for tourists earlier today? Yeah, I know her. It looked like she was giving them away, too. Well, a little while ago, I received a few pictures of my own from her. That's when I saw it. A strange white shadow hovering over me. Oh, brother, that's what got you so upset? Hey, this is a big deal, all right? Here, see for yourself. Oh, there really is something there. This was taken out in front of the abandoned church, right? You're gonna die, dear. It's right over you, too. I see it.
You can't see
No
nothing.
amount of sage will protect you.
You're nothing.
I'm nothing.
You're nothing.
I'm everything. I'm handsome, smart, well-educated, funny, and talented. Amply endowed. She's looking at me like she doesn't want to agree because she knows it'll feed my ego, but she's also looking at me like she knows it's the absolute truth.
Nah.
She says as she looks away, smiling and blushing, unable to keep a straight fucking face. Oh, now she's frowning angrily, but still has the blushy, fun face.
No fun face.
Fun face.
No fun face. Yeah.
I win. Wonder what that haze is. Ghost.
A ghost.
See, I told you there was something strange going on. Yeah, you look angry to be on vacation. It must be a ghost. It's been haunting me this whole time.
No.
Well, at least you got a pretty cool picture out of it. How can you be so blasé about this? This is evidence of paranormal activity. Ghosts caught on camera. Even modern science hasn't been able to provide proof of the afterlife. How are you not absolutely petrified? Because I know that's a fucking cloud of cigarette smoke. I don't know what to tell you. If the higher elements are at work here, I wouldn't be so surprised if a place like that was teeming with ghostly-looking monsters. There's lots of stuff that can't be explained with science. Doesn't mean you're being haunted. God, you must take me for a fool. I should have known you wouldn't understand. First, I had to deal with that horrible incident in Basel last year. Then I lost my job, and now I can't even take a proper vacation. I'm positive it's all because of this evil spirit. There's simply no other explanation. As long as he's got claws in me, my life will be filled with nothing but misfortune. Well, good luck with that. How will I ever rid myself of this horrible affliction? Look, if you're that scared, why don't you try and figure out what the white blob actually is? Sure, it looks like a ghost, but maybe it's just what people see. When people see celebrities in their toast or something. I suppose the unknown is sometimes more scary than the truth. But how do you suggest we investigate the identity of a ghost? The very idea is ridiculous. Actually, I think there might be a few people on this island that know a thing or two about spirits. Plus, I hate to leave him like this. If I ignore it at all, he might have just become even more of a headache. Can I help him get to the bottom of this ghost business? Why not? How about this? I'll figure out what's going on with this ghost thing as long as you put in a formal request. Request? Oh, you must mean your force bigs. As luck would have it, I know some people on the island who could be considered paranormal specialists. With their help, I'll be able to figure out the truth behind your little ghost problem. And hey, if it really is a ghost, all we have to do is exorcise it. I figure that'd be a lot more constructive than just sitting here freaking out about it anyway. As much as your skepticism irks me to no end, you do make a good point. Fine, I formally request your services. Although I'm not sure how far I trust these specialists of yours. Guess it's a deal. In that case, mind if I borrow that picture? Gladly. In fact, I'd rather you have it anyway. Alright, then I'll get back to you after I talk to Marielle and the others. Actually, I might even have them come by to give you a once-over, too. Just wait here for now. Of course, but make sure you're quick about it. Well, guess I should go find Marielle then. Might be a good idea to talk to someone familiar with the island, too. Maybe the villa manager? Could also ask the Gralsritter for help. Although, I don't think Celise has ever been all that good at the whole clairvoyance thing. She'll probably just stick to hitting up her partner. Then there's Shizuna. I think she mentioned something about having spiritual powers back when Mare possessed Yume. Might be useful. I'm sure at least one of them is capable of clearing up this mess.
Well, we're on the clock now.
Photo of a phantom. Capture of a ghost. I just want to vacay. Girls just wanna have fun. Oh, girls, we wanna have fun. Okay. Villa manager. Where the hell are you at? Shizuna! Ghosts?
Let me ask you something.
Sorry to cut into your fun, but can I ask you a work-related question? Sure, go for it. Ghosts? Aliens? Van took the picture he borrowed from Towson and began to explain the situation. I see. Chasing down a ghost, huh? Sounds like a pretty fun job. Kind of fitting for this island, don't you think? Well, that's what I mean. Oh, I thought to worry about, at least for the time being, anyway. Look, if you're not going to tell me, you could at least stop being so foreboding. Anyway, to answer your question about my abilities, yeah, I can detect evil spirits, can even exorcise them too. But based on this picture, I don't really think that's what you'll need from me. That's not to say Towson isn't being haunted, though. Well, would you mind stopping by to take a look at him? I get the feeling he wants a diagnosis straight from the horse's mouth. Sure, I don't mind. Why don't we head over now? Hey, Towson, brought somebody to see you. I'm sorry, but who are you, miss? She's someone important from the East. Got a talent for seeing spirits, too. My name's Shizuna. Nice to meet you, Mr. Ex-CEO. Yes, likewise. I don't believe I quite understand, but whatever insight you can offer would be most appreciated. Was there anything you noticed about the picture? I didn't get the sense that there's something ghoulish going on, if that's what you mean. But I figured I could at least check you out, just in case. Oh. Yeah, just as I thought. You're no host to a ghost. You do seem to be giving off some pretty negative vibes, though. Negative vibes? Yeah, like being sad and a whiny little bitch. I guess it might make more sense to say he's irritated or annoyed. Here, let me put it like this. Strong negative vibes attract bad things. Usually it's just general misfortune, but other times it's evil spirits. I'm going to have to say that is untrue. Because I'm negative all the time, and yet I'm like the luckiest son of a bitch in the world.
Except when it comes to fast food.
Yeah, that's just the universe telling my bad ass to stop, though. I should take the hint. Anyway, I don't know your situation, but I recommend trying not to worry too much. Do something to get out of the slump you're in. Well, I wasn't expecting... Yeah, no, it ain't great. Hey. The reason I came here in the first place was to refresh myself. I've just had so much bad luck lately. Well, nevertheless, I appreciate your suggestion. However, none of that explains anything about the white haze in that picture of mine. Do you know what it could be? Well, at the very least, I don't think it was a ghost. Or a human. What's that supposed to mean? I may know a thing or two about spirits, but I'm not a medium, you know. Guess it's just something you'll have to rack your brains about. Alright then, thanks again for your help. Yeah, thanks for your time. Peace. Back to drinking. Guess I better keep working my way down the list. Oh, brother. Leon, where you hitting at?
Let me ask you something.
Well, that's out of the way. I didn't realize I caught a ghost in one of my pictures. It's all my fault that Mr. Townsend's so on edge about it. If only I had checked it beforehand. I should go and apologize. Like, how did you not look at it when you developed it? Not your fault. I'm pretty sure the guy's just paranoid about anything and everything. Anyway, do you usually see stuff like this in your photos? I wouldn't say it's common, but I've definitely taken some that were pretty similar. But my coworkers at the Tyrell Times said that I'm the only one who's had this issue. Maybe she just has a knack for capturing ghosts on film. Did you notice anything strange about the time you took the picture? No, I don't think so. I think it was around the time of dusk. I was just getting ready to turn in for the day, and that's when I spotted Mr. Townsend. He was trying to get inside the abandoned church, but it seemed like he'd given up. I figured I would take a picture so that he could have a nice keepsake. Oh, I almost forgot. That's the only picture I took with the flash on. Although, that's about the only thing out of the ordinary that I can recall. The flash. Oh, that might have something to do with the haze, then. Thanks for the info, Mario. Of course, happy to help. Down the list. Leon, clairvoyance.
New activities.
Ghost and shit.
Didn't have these earlier.
This is a interesting table.
Yeah. Okay.
You have former assassin twin.
Yep.
Hollywood director Lamb. Super Invisa Ninja Ikaruga Kurogane. And fucking Mega Church Dominion Leon.
Yeah.
Got a question for you.
So I just threw this on you out of nowhere, but can I get your take on something? Why, certainly. It's a clergyman's duty to lend an ear to those who seek one, no matter how disreputable they may be. Could have gone without that last bit, but thanks. Ben took out the picture and borrowed 1,000. So you wish to know what this ghost really is. I'm not sensing anything odd from the picture itself, but knowing it was taken on this island does make me wonder. Huh, that's a bit more ominous than I was expecting. I think I should meet with Townsend. I'll explain in more detail there. No! Oh, are you a priest with the Septian Church? That's correct. My name is Leon, and I'm somewhat of a wandering priest. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. The picture Van shared with me didn't give much to go on, so I thought I'd better meet with you directly. So, you think there's something going on with him? Oh. Worry not, friend. I don't sense any spirits on your person. Really? That's certainly a relief to hear from a priest. However, it would be prudent to keep your wits about you. This whole island has been stained by some sort of stagnant energy. What? What do you mean, stained? Just as it sounds. I have felt a very particular sensation ever since we stepped foot here. It's as if a dark cloud is looming over the entire island. That's not what I won't know more until I've had a chance to conduct a more thorough investigation, however. At any rate, it's not uncommon for spirits to congregate in places with an excess of energy. Even if you aren't being actively haunted at the moment, it's still possible that something has its eye on you. I'd suggest you stay indoors after nightfall. I would also be mindful to not get into any mishaps during the day either. I see, so much for being relieved. Well, this was definitely a strange turn of events. Thanks for the help, Leon. Not at all. I'm glad to be of assistance. If you need me, I'll go ahead and take my leave. Fare thee well. Peace out. Alright, the villa manager is the last guy to guy. Hey, girl. Hey, Therese.
Let me ask you something.
I see, that certainly does look a bit spooky. With you being the manager and all, I thought maybe you might have some idea of what it could be. Anything come to mind? Well, to be frank, I don't think I've ever heard talk of ghosts around here. That's not to say we haven't had a few slightly odd disturbances, of course. Oh, mind telling me about them? Certainly. One of our guests was taking a walk one night when they saw an enormous, terrifying shadow. People were concerned about the possibility of it being a monster, but after conducting an investigation the following morning, we came to the conclusion that it was likely only a wild animal. Because the street lamps were stretching its shadow, it seemed much larger than it actually was. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Knowing there haven't been any ghost sightings in the past is helpful on its own, though. I'm sorry I couldn't provide you with any more information. Please let me know if there's anything else I can do to assist you. Sure thing. Thanks. Alright, I think that's just about everybody. Heard a lot of different opinions, but nothing really substantial. I wouldn't. Maybe we'll have better luck investigating around where the picture was taken. So Van made his way to the abandoned church. Church of Abandonment. Oh, what are you doing here? Oh, it's you. I sensed ghosts. I was just trying to familiarize myself with the terrain, but I noticed an unusual aura coming from that abandoned church. What do you mean? I mean, I'm definitely catching a whiff of something, but I can't quite place what it is. I'd say it's because you lack the proper training. And I'd say it's you, and I'd say it's because you didn't train me well enough, Commander Kasim. Anyway, I'm assuming you have business over there. You could say that. Somebody asked me to take a look around for them. Man showed Kasim the picture of Townsend and told him about his fears regarding the apparition. I see. It would seem that Vern's former CEO still has a number of unresolved anxieties. That being said, I'm surprised that Spriggan would even take on a job like this. Yeah, I was bored. What, got a problem with that? The only reason I took the guy on was because I didn't want him getting any more carried away than he already is. Anyway, what did you think about the picture? Anything stand out to you? Not particularly. I thought the white blur was odd, but nothing more than that. Well, shall we get going then? We are going the same way after all. You're not exactly my ideal partner, but after you, I suppose. That's rude to say, Van. So this is it, huh? Sure is a lot more creepy at night. It's very odd for the Septian Church to leave behind the ruins like this. You usually find them near abandoned villages, evacuated due to the ongoing conflicts in the area. Now that you mention it, I guess it is pretty strange. Anyway, I've got some investigating to do. This is where we go our separate ways. You'll find no argument from me. However, I would like to know how you end up resolving the issue. Are you thinking it might be related to that weird feeling you mentioned earlier? Yes, and I prefer to have as much evidence as possible before drawing any conclusions. Well, if I find anything on my end, I'll be sure to fill you in. I appreciate it. We'll speak later. Good luck. Alright, I guess I still have no clue what made that white haze. Guess I'll try using a shard search when I can find. If I can pick up a trail somewhere, it might just lead me to the answer. Maybe something inside could offer a hint or two. I think we're going to call the video here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.